Welcome to Cebu, home to the second largest metropolitan area in the Philippines. While traveling around the world, my wife Rasa and I had planned just a quick 2-night stop here. We knew we'd have to try the world-famous Lechon and at least get a feel for the rhythm of the city. But we had no way of knowing this short visit would turn into something completely unexpected. After back-to-back typhoons just days earlier, we suddenly found ourselves in the middle of a natural disaster unlike anything we'd experienced before.
A powerful earthquake has rocked the central Philippines.
6.9 magnitude earthquake.
A devastating 6.9 magnitude earthquake struck Cebu in the Philippines, killing 69 people and injuring more than 150.
One evening, a powerful high-magnitude earthquake struck, caused by a fault line that hadn't shown activity in centuries. That was shocking. But before that night, we were lucky enough to explore Cebu City and the surrounding areas, and of course, try lechon from one of its most famous spots. This is how it all went down. After exploring some of the neighboring islands, we arrived by ferry to Cebu City's port. From the port to the historic center of Cebu City is only a short walk, and since we were going to be staying in a different part of town, we decided to explore some of the old city right off the bat. The old city's got some nice streets to walk down and a handful of popular sites to visit. Since we found ourselves in front of it, we decided to go into the basilica.
Just open your bag. Rome. Bingo. Europe.
Yeah.
Transylvania.
Lithuania. Thank you. Salamat. It turned out to be quite an interesting site to visit. The church is home to the image of the city's patron saint, the Santo Niño. I can't really put my finger on it, but there was something humbling about going inside. On the outside were probably the most candles I'd ever seen at any kind of religious building anywhere in the world. As only a visitor observing, the atmosphere had a kind of unique feeling of devoutness. It seemed like a lot of the people there visiting might have just been taking a short break from their day job to come by and light a candle. Next door, there's also a wooden cross that's said to have been left by Ferdinand Magellan, but to be honest, for us at least, today's Filipino culture seemed a whole lot more interesting than something that some guy from Portugal had left behind hundreds of years ago. Okay. Elote.
Go, sir.
No, thank you.
Okay.
So the next day, we headed out to get to know the thing that Cebu is most famous for.
House of Lechon.
Yes sir. That's why no corn today. Lechon.
Lechon.
It's the famous one from here, no?
Yes.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
Cool. House of Lechon is okay?
Yeah.
Alright. I heard you should go to Car.
You been there?
No. That's one of the best lechon.
Too far from here.
Far away.
Yeah.
1 hour, 2 hours?
More.
More?
Depends on traffic.
Oh, yeah, okay. So 5 hours. Of course, we had no clue what was coming later that night, but for now, it was time to try some lechon. It's gonna be 2 of us, yeah. Okay.
By the way, I'm Raya with the Mandalay.
My name's David.
So when did the try our Filipino restaurant?
Later.
And for the lechon available is only regular. Toilet.
No spicy today.
Spicy is already sold out.
Sold out. Oh no, we came too late. Hi.
But we have many cheese.
Okay. Is that car style?
Is it your first time?
Car style?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you okay here?
Maybe out a little bit away from the AC, or we're gonna freeze and we're gonna stay here overnight. We're gonna sleep on your sofa. Okay, this is perfect. Yeah, thanks so much. Hi, sir. Hi, how are you?
So, sir, ma'am,
Good afternoon.
Alex will be the one to take your order.
Oh, okay. Good luck. I wanna do a quarter kilo. Quarter? Yeah. After we'd ordered some of the more obvious choices, our waiter helped us out with a few additional recommendations.
That's all for now, sir.
That's all.
So I will pick your order, sir. 1 for regular, Cebu Express, nangka salad, the jackfruit one, ceviche salad, big scallop solo, 2 fresh coconut cheese, 1 plain rice, 1. Sir, 25 minutes your food will be served.
Okay.
My name is Alex, and your attendant for today.
Okay, thank you, Alex.
Discount if you have any additional order.
Coconut, thank you, sir. Now in Cebu, there's no one best place to get lechon. You've got the more street food style places and the more restaurant style places. But to really get the best lechon, you'd actually go about an hour south down to the town of Car. I just don't have that kind of time though, so I'm giving House of Lechon a try. And some food is already coming to the table. That's a quarter kilo.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
A little bit salty, the juice of the lechon.
Okay.
Just add a little bit vinegar. Soy sauce and vinegar, the juice of the sauce of the lechon.
Okay.
Mixed together.
Yours is made brain and liver, or?
This one?
Yeah.
Now from the juice of the
Okay.
body,
Blood.
the meat.
Everything.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Into your food, sir.
Thanks so much.
And this one you can mix it.
And right here, we've actually got the same style that they do down in Car, so we get to avoid traffic and taste the best.
That is salty.
Really salty? That's with no sauce. All right. Let's start with just the meat. Smells good. My wife has reported that it's salty. Let's see. Oh, a little bit. Pretty good. But this is really the beautiful thing that keeps people freaking out about this lechon. Or at least I think. I've been told. But just look at how, like, that looks like amber that you found on the Baltic Sea or something. I don't know. It's just so deep. Let's give it a try. Oh, it's crazy. This is why Cebu might actually have the best lechon in the world. Now they also do a spicy version, but I got here too late today. They've run out of the spicy version today, so I'm just trying the car version, which is basically the standard.
Ceviche.
Nice.
Salad. And also your nangka salad.
Okay, thank you.
Banana heart.
Banana heart,
Also,
yeah.
no.
Jackfruit.
Jackfruit.
Thank you. But there's really more to it. There's a whole sauce. So let's get that going. Oh, it smells nice. Citrusy. Oh, that really makes it even better. This meat is on the level of Katz's pastrami in New York. It's that good. It might not be kosher, it might not be halal, but everyone needs to come here and try this. And Filipino food is generally not very spicy. There's a hot pepper in here though, and that is very spicy. Ooh. I don't know if people just eat that whole like I did. That's really high in Scoville units, oh my god. But it does go well with the lechon. Coconut to the rescue. But they also do a ton of other dishes over at this restaurant. I guess that's kind of the attraction too. You don't have to just eat lechon, although just eating lechon seems kind of like a good idea after that. These are some green string beans with like coconut cream and maybe shrimp paste in there. I don't know. Let's give it a try. One of those little fish in there. They look kind of like anchovies that you put on a pizza. The coconut is very important here in the Philippines too. You can eat it in so many different ways. This is just the cream of the coconut. It's nice. And this here is a baked scallop, which was explained to me to be like the specialty here after lechon. So let's give this a try too. I don't know. Seems kind of like it's a palm oil based thing, but then the taste is margarine. Not my favorite flavor. The scallop itself is good, juicy, and it comes with some kind of pickled vegetable. And did you know? The Philippines does ceviche too. Let's see. This is just fish, no shrimp or anything in there. And I keep forgetting the name of this citrus fruit over here. It's like a mini lime in flavor, more or less. Looks like it's in a coconut cream. Assuming it's kind of cooked with citrus like ceviche usually is. It's pretty good. One really nice thing they also do in the cuisine in the Philippines, everywhere I've been in the country actually, is they cut the tomatoes up or even kind of slice them up really small like this. It gives you just like a little bit of tomato flavor, and the tomatoes aren't like overly ripe, so it almost has the taste of a green tomato, but just mixes into stuff like coconut, fish, peppery stuff, really nice. And here's a jackfruit salad, which was also sold as ceviche basically. It's under the ceviche section of the menu. But it's cooked jackfruit, I guess. It's good. It's essentially the same thing as that fish, but just with jackfruit instead of fish. And it really seems like it depends who you ask what the national dish is over here in the Philippines. Some might say it's a milkfish dish. Others might say it's adobo. People from Cebu are most likely to say that it's lechon. But if you ask me, what's the dish that I saw everywhere that everyone was eating with basically every meal, it's definitely white rice. Literally everything they serve at this restaurant just goes with white rice. Well, okay, with the exception of the desserts. Some of them do include rice also. By the way, we ordered a quarter kilo of lechon, and it doesn't go very far for two people. It's not really that much lechon, but I've got just enough to try out a little bit of vinegar in my sauce, which I've already poured in there. And they say that takes away the saltiness, kind of, but Actually, I would say that sauce is just a little bit over salty, maybe. For like the average person, I like it quite a lot. I don't think the vinegar cuts through the salt though. By the way, I keep forgetting the name of this citrus fruit no matter where I go in this country. I don't know why. It's calamansi. And it's actually really, really tasty. Kind of like a mild lime without that limey flavor. Almost more lemony than lime. And the coconut is a very magical thing. They're kind of the same all over the world. Magical. You got stuff to eat inside. A very hydrating, electrolyte-filled, delicious coconut water that you can drink here. And that's just getting started. You can make like furniture out of coconut wood and stuff like that. And if you wanted, you could serve halo halo in a coconut shell like this, but here they just got like it's like a plastic one. Anyway, ube ice cream. Need I say more? It's purple. And this is turron, but with one R actually. Turron. You probably know it from Spain, but in Spain it's like some really boring chocolate bar or something. Here it's got purple ube ice cream on top of it, and it's kind of looks like spring rolls. It's fried. There's a lot going on here. We'll give it a try. Oh, this is like crazy. I'm not really sure the proper way to eat this one. Oh my god. Is this durian? Well, all right. I was a little bit confused what's inside of this, but after consulting the menu, I realized that it's banana and jackfruit. But yeah, if you do come here, order more lechon than I did, at least half a kilo per person, and less desserts than we did. Because these came out like 5 minutes ago. Our ube ice cream is already melting. And yeah, the halo halo over here, it's not that legit to be honest. There is a lot of mostly ice. Like basically everything up to the white part of this fake coconut was ice. And it's melted really fast. Certainly not the worst halo halo I've had, but very far from the best too. I guess it's called House of Lechon for a reason. They've got good lechon. And leaving right now, very full, a little bit too full to be honest. This is all the lechon they've got left to sell for today. So it's the kind of place where you've got to come a little bit early. Just look at how long those things have been cooking. And really, it's not just this place. The thing is though, a lot of the other good places that I did want to try out that aren't all the way over in Karkar. Oh, I'm so sorry, kitties. There's a lot of kitties over here. Hey guys. Yeah, a lot of the places that aren't over in Karkar just basically do they open up really early in the morning. I don't know if they even sleep. I think they're just roasting pigs all night. And then once they sell out, they're done. So it's basically a breakfast thing. I wasn't feeling going out super early from my hotel, but this is kind of, I guess, as a driver described it to me, the poshest area of Cebu. So where to go with a stomach full of, well, mostly coconut water? It's really just a question of how to cross the street sometimes. Everywhere in the Philippines, honestly. But I guess Cebu's no exception. Well, turns out we're not really sure where to go. So, we thought we'd just visit the mall next door, but this apparently is not the mall. I just happened to walk into a completely abandoned, massive room inside a part of the building that is basically the same building that houses the mall, but is not the mall. Okay, got it slightly wrong. This super tall building is just some kind of corporate place, and then Metro is the mall over there. Locals call this part of town Uptown. And you can see it's rush hour like crazy right now, almost 5 p.m. And as we learned very well in Manila, during rush hour, so especially 5 to 7 p.m., don't even bother trying to go anywhere. The traffic is just gonna get worse than this every second from now on for the next 2 hours. And that's just how it is in these bigger cities in the Philippines. So, another big part of big Philippine cities, shopping malls. All right. We made it to the shopping mall because we don't have anywhere else to go with all that traffic. It's September 30th today and they're already playing Christmas music and selling lots of Merry Christmas products. We have just walked in to a grocery store, a huge supermarket, and these things are destroying this place. Nobody seems to mind, but the smell is so strong. In most countries where durian is so commonly eaten, they don't have it like indoors really, or if they have it indoors, it's a special durian only building, but here doesn't bother anyone. Anyway, this is what the Filipino supermarket looks like. Purple, ube mamon. There's lots of the classics. Cebu mangoes, more durian, but this time safely packaged. And did you know they actually grow coffee in the Philippines? They do, and they sell some of it in the supermarket. Or moringa and mangosteen. But we kept up with our shopping mall exploration / traffic avoidance for a little bit longer. By the way, I don't want to let that smelly fruit mislead you. Filipino shopping malls, as far as shopping malls go, are actually pretty nice. But eventually the traffic died down. Well, sort of. And we found ourselves back in Mindaue City where we were staying. And here we are back in the neighborhood we're staying in, Mindaue City. I just thought I'd have a little short walk around in the evening. You can see lots of stuff being cooked, barbecued, and there's still a ton of traffic. It's getting close to 8 p.m., but I guess some people are still just getting off work, heading home, and others are having dinner and stuff like that. A few clothing shops around too. And this is really basically a residential area. We decided to stay here because there was a relatively good deal on Marriott points. There's a Fairfield by Marriott. It's kind of the Japanese version over here. And it's conveniently kind of halfway between Cebu City, the historic old area, and the airport. And here's our chance to cross the street, so we always take that. But yeah, it's basically just an area where like people are living. There's a handful of hotels and stuff like that. So culturally quite interesting. You can go and eat at the restaurants with locals and stuff like that, but there's not really any famous touristic sites per se or any of that kind of stuff. See all different kinds of public transport passing by too. But basically, it's kind of a nice area to stay in just because if you want, you can get a little bit of the real Filipino experience. Just go outside. Or if you want, see that hotel hidden there kind of behind the trees, the Fairfield, you can just go in there in the AC and live in your alternate reality. The hotel rooms up there are really nice too, by the way. We're up on the 5th floor. You get a pretty cool view over towards the airport. 2 bridges in the distance as well, you can see. And there's also a nice pool area, plus a gym. I haven't gone swimming yet. I don't know. I've got a little bit of time left here. Maybe I will. Not your authentic Filipino experience in terms of where to stay. And if you're paying cash, a whole lot more expensive, but it's pretty nice over here. And they've got pretty strict security. Actually, you've got to get your bag in here each time so they can check it. Thanks, appreciate it. Have a good night. And yeah, it looks nice. And we're staying here in the middle of the week, so that's probably why the points were pretty low to stay here. It was like 18,000 per night. But one other nice thing here was that we just mentioned that we're celebrating our anniversary here, so they kind of set up the room nice and left us a few little sweets. Nice touches, I guess. And it's just a comfy place to stay. But so far, it was feeling like a normal night in Cebu. The kind where you maybe do a little video editing and pop on your favorite YouTube channel. Really nothing out of the ordinary. And then, right after 10 p.m., everything started to shake. At first, we didn't really know what was going on. It just felt like maybe a small tremor. But then the shaking got more intense, the floor began to move, the walls rattled, and things fell on the ground. For maybe about 30 seconds, it felt like it would never end. Here you can get an idea of what the shaking was like from a nearby bridge, except we were in the 5th floor in a tall building. Later, we'd learn it was a 6.9 magnitude earthquake, one of the strongest the island had felt in decades. But since the hotel's alarm never went off, we made the decision to stay in the safest place in our room until someone from the hotel staff came and told us it was time to evacuate. We need to evacuate. But since the emergency exit we were supposed to use was actually locked, we had to take an alternate route using a stairwell in the center of the building. Eventually we made it outside with dozens of other people that were staying at the hotel. After a few hours of waiting for the building to be inspected, we were able to re-enter. But to say the least, experiencing an earthquake like that definitely changes the tone of your trip. But yeah, given the drastic differences between what I experienced before the earthquake and then what I experienced during and after the earthquake in Cebu, I decided to separate my Cebu video into 2 parts for you. In the second part, I'm going to be going much more in depth on what it was like during and right after this earthquake, but do know my wife Ross and I were very lucky to come out of it unscathed. After just a little delay, we're currently continuing our trip around the world, and don't worry, there will be tons of videos that don't include earthquakes to come. The same cannot be said for the many thousands of people who were displaced and even lost their lives as a result of the earthquake. If you want to help those impacted out, I've linked a few donation resources for you down below. But despite the surprise earthquake, Cebu was a really lovely place to visit. If you liked this video, don't forget to hit that like button, and I will see you in part 2.